Hi everybody, welcome or welcome back to my channel. Today we're making harissa and za'atar lamb chops over couscous. So za'atar is a Middle Eastern spice. It has a bunch of cumin, coriander, all these lovely savory spices that make meat taste amazing. We're also going to use harissa, which is a hot chili paste, which has a lot of the same spices and herbs as the za'atar. For the paste marinade, we need 4 tablespoons of canola oil, a quarter teaspoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of our za'atar, and 1 tablespoon of harissa. We're going to give this a really good mix until all that oil is emulsified into the rest of our ingredients. And it should look a little something like this. Now for our lamb, I have 1 rack of lamb. I did ask the butcher to French the bones, which just means clean them up, but we do have to remove any silver skin or excess fat. And then to portion these out, you're just going to take a sharp knife and go right between the 2 bones, and this will give you perfect full lamb chops. Once that's all portioned out, we're going to pop this right into our marinade and toss this around, making sure all of the meat is thoroughly coated. Just going in with both hands and giving this a good toss, and we can set this aside while we work on our herb couscous that we're going to serve with this. So over medium heat, I'm adding a tablespoon of olive oil to a large pot, as well as 1 small diced onion. We're going to cook that until the onion is translucent. Then add in 3 cloves of minced garlic. We're going to let that cook for about only 30 seconds before adding in a cup of Israeli couscous or pearl couscous. We want to coat that with the oil that's in there and toast this up for about a minute. Once that's all coated, we're going to add in 1 whole bay leaf and 3 sprigs of whole thyme. We're giving that a stir before adding in 1.5 cups of either chicken stock or veggie stock, completely up to you, and 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. Now we're going to bring this up to a simmer and then pop a lid on this and let that cook for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you can take the lid off. There's a little liquid still left in this, but that's going to absorb. At this point, we can remove the bay leaf and our thyme stems. They've done their job. And now to lift this even further, we're going to add in 3 tablespoons of chopped parsley, 1 tablespoon of olive oil, and the zest of 1 lemon. We're going to give that a stir, pop the lid back on this, and just let that sit and absorb the rest of that liquid while we cook our lamb chops. So over high heat in a grill pan, I'm adding in our lamb chops, and this is where I messed up. Now lamb should be pink if it's perfectly cooked. I overcooked these. I did these for 4 minutes per side. So don't do as I say, do as I do as I say. Only cook this for 2 minutes per side. You don't want to overcook this, and this is what I mean by overcooked. Now it's not super gray, but it is definitely not cooked to perfection. And I was going to re-film this, but I thought, we all make mistakes. Let's go ahead and plate our mistake. So to plate on a plate that's far too small, but I like this plate, I've just laid down a little bed of couscous, and I'm going to top it with 3 of our overcooked lamb chops. It does look pretty though. So let's go ahead and give this a taste. While this is not cooked perfectly, the flavors in this lamb chop are absolutely amazing. You get the little heat from the harissa, you get all those savory herbs and spices from the za'atar. The couscous is almost buttery from the olive oil. The lemon zest just lifts up this whole dish and kind of cuts through that fattiness and meatiness and gaminess of the lamb. Although this is overcooked, it is still absolutely delicious. But there it is, za'atar and harissa lamb chops over herb couscous. I really do hope you all try to make this and not overcook it like I did. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you loved it, please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell because I put out new videos every Thursday. Thank you again, and until next time, happy cooking.